In Kenya's legal corridors, Nelson Havi's name often arrives before he does, firm, polished, and unmistakably present, yet behind the courtroom victories and bar leadership is a quieter story, a long, deliberate love that took shape in lecture halls, matured in law offices, and grew into a family that has learned to share him with the public eye. Long before the television interviews and national debates, there was a young law student navigating classes, Nelson Havi, with a budding career. Along that path, he crossed destinies with a fellow lawyer, Felicine Nyakaseria Oriri Havi. Their connection did not rush the headlines, it deepened in shared spaces, school, work, and the disciplined rhythm of legal training. Years later, lifestyle features would spotlight them as a couple grounded in companionship and mutual respect, more devoted to building a private world rather than performing for the cameras. By the time the public took a closer look, the Havi household was already a going concern. The two lawyers had established a family with 3 children, 2 daughters and a son, and a pattern of celebrating milestones away from spectacle. When media documented their journey, the tone was consistent. This was a marriage raised on parallel ambitions, professional competence, and a preference for substance over noise. Features and social posts around anniversary cast them as a pair with deep roots, measured, intentional, and steady. Every family has a season when individual dreams began to echo through the next generation. In the Havi home, the echo grew unmistakable when their eldest daughter, Christabel Mideva, stepped into the legal path herself, earning recognition among rising legal minds on the continent. The moment was more than parental pride. It signaled that the values shaping the parents, discipline, study, and a certain reverence for the craft had quietly taken root in their children. Occasionally, the public got rare, warmer glimpses, a family magazine cover, and a behind-the-scenes video, fast-paced, quick-fire question and answer that revealed a couple comfortable in their skin and amused by life's smaller quirks. Viewers saw less performance than marriage, two professionals navigating work, parenting, and the measured calm of a home that did not need to shout to be felt. Of course, public figures live in a wind tunnel of attention. Over the years, social chatter occasionally tried to drag the Havis into the rumor mill. Whispers about second marriage and speculative timelines, those conversations often fueled by stray posts and tabloid framing, never settled into confirmed public record. In telling a careful story, it is important to distinguish between online chatter and substantiated milestone. The enduring constants remain visible and verifiable. A long marriage to a fellow lawyer, 3 children nurtured in a home that prizes education and restraint, and a couple that has repeatedly allowed only curated silver of their private life to surface. For Nelson Havi, love appears to operate by the same principles he prizes in the law: preparation, patience, and presence. The marriage with Felicine has held through seasons of professional intensity, bar politics, headlines, cases, and the leadership roles that test the seams of any household. Through it all, the family's public face has stayed remarkably consistent. Celebrate quietly, work visibly, and let the stability at home steady the demands outside to it. In the end, this love story reads less like a headline and more like a case file of small, consistent decisions. Choose each other, protect the children, keep faith with the vows, and give the public only what is necessary. It is a narrative of 2 lawyers who built a family with intention and allowed their work to speak, while their home remained a sacred sanctuary. If you enjoyed this measured look behind the public profile, like, share and subscribe for more thoughtful stories about the personal lives that quietly shape Kenya's most visible figures. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you get every new video once I upload.